Hey everybody, sorry it's been a while since I've been around. I have this video ready to go. I was going to add the numbers to the end for my first week of back to eBay. But I did want to mention to those of you who, you know, haven't watched my videos before, don't know me, I have had an eBay account since 2003. So if you're just starting out, know that you will have limits to how many items you can list and sell and how much money you can make right at the beginning. So I just didn't want anybody to have any misconception of that I have had my account for a long time. So on to the video, and we will see you soon. Hey everybody, Sue here from She Sells. I hope everybody had a nice holiday weekend and got some relaxing time in there. I had a bunch of family over at lunchtime today, and then we went to church tonight, and I'm wiped out. I really was going to do some more pictures tonight for eBay. I had gotten up to about 60 listings by Thursday, Friday, and then I got the email that says I have 200 free listings, but I have to have them I have to use them by Tuesday. I did get about 6 things listed this morning before I even got out of bed. I had some pictures. Let's see, I had the listings, I had just done some sell similars. They were just toys, and I had taken the pictures last night, so I just kind of finished them up this morning. So I did get some done today, but I was just going to show you real quick. I'm getting ready to ship 5 things from over the weekend, and I was just going to show you what I sold. I'll put at the end like the total of what I sold during the week, because I sold, I don't know, a handful of things earlier in the week. So I started Monday. I started doing listings again and starting to work on my eBay store again. So I had done that in the last video. So this is the results after a week. So I have now 72 listings up, and I sold, well, I'll tell you the totals at the end because I can't remember. This is what I sold this weekend. So I sold, and I wish I'm not using anything but my phone right now, and I'm even, putting the movie up from my phone, so I don't have any fancy little, because I want the ka-ching. But anyway, I sold this Lego set for $19.88 free shipping. No big deal. I couldn't put it on Amazon because it had creases in it. I think it might have happened on the way home from a sourcing trip. I might have, done that myself. Can't really remember. Because that's not something I would have bought for eBay. I could have made maybe $5 or $6 more on Amazon. I sold these Nike sandals for $49.99 plus $12 shipping. Ka-ching! I mean, that was a good one. This is from that lot of shoes that I bought. Who would have believed these would go for $49.99? I sold this pair for $30 plus shipping. I sold this pair for $44.99 plus shipping. And then the big one. I think I've had this in 2 videos. I showed it quite a while back as sort of a bolo or things to look for. And then I showed it again in that last video when I was talking about getting my eBay store back up and running. So it's the Lego Mindstorms. I have it more or less ready, to ship. So it's the big robot, and then what I did was just bag up all the pieces. Like, that's assorted, that's sort of leftover, but I kind of sorted them by color, or like I have all the wheels in this one. And what I'm going to do is actually wrap the robot. I just put it in this box to have ready, but it's sold overnight. And why I think I've had this since either Thanksgiving or Christmas time, because I remember going to my parents' house for a holiday. My sister was there, and leaving lunch a little early because I had to go by and pick this up. I bought it off Facebook Marketplace. And I kept talking about it in videos, and I was like, I got to get this listed. And sure enough, I listed it last night for $148.88, and I probably could have gone a little more, but I didn't count up the pieces. I don't know how complete the set was. It didn't come with the box, didn't come with a CD, it didn't come with instructions. So there was things missing from it, but people who like and use this kind of stuff and do robotics and that kind of thing, they know they don't need instructions and stuff necessarily. They might have had another set and wanted more pieces and that kind of thing. So anyway, that did sell overnight. So again, as I was sitting there and finishing up my listings in bed this morning with my cup of coffee, I opened up Facebook Marketplace and did my search for Lego Mindstorms. And guess what? I got another set. This is really cool, guys. Hang on, let me get it up on the table and show you. One of these days I got to get a better setup. I'm looking through Facebook Marketplace and I see this listing, and it's got this box, and then it's opened up. And this is what he's showing. So I don't know if you saw the robot in my last video that I had, but it had, I mean, this is actually newer looking, and the guy told me his kids used it twice. But this was all I saw in the picture. And so I wrote him back and I said, is this all the pieces there are? Now this would sell alone if it's in working condition for probably $100. Just this battery pack right here. They sell untested or not working for about 40, 50. So I wrote him and I said, is this all the parts there are? If that's the case, would you take 50? He had $85 on the listing. So a little while later, he wrote me back and he said, oh, hey, I have some more parts. Let me send you some pictures. So I get this picture a little while later. I didn't see this. He didn't show me the case, but he had, let's see if I can get it open here. He had all these trays sitting out, and he had taken pictures of these. So they had all the parts saved in, you know, just like I bagged them, but like parts. So I'm going to be able to show how complete this set is. I'm not going to open up every one, but you'll see here. It's got all the different parts in it. This is actually, I'm pretty sure, a different set than the one I just sold. There are a couple different sets, and I think that the one that I just sold was a little older than this one, or it's just a different set, but I will look into it a little further. Then I get it home and I start to look through it. The CD is in here, which makes it more valuable as well. All the instructions are here, and it really does look like that they did not, you know, it's not very used. And without doing my research, hang on, I'm going to turn around and talk to you again. Without having done all my research and stuff yet, I'm guessing I'm going to get close to $200 to $225 for that. So when he sent me the pictures back, I said, oh, that's great. Would you take $75? And he said, yes. And I said, I'll pick them up this afternoon. Or is your earliest convenience, because it is Easter. And he was like, no, we'll be hanging around this afternoon. So we set up a time, and I went to his house and picked it up this afternoon for $75. So, yeah, like, oops. That's what you get for wearing these kind of sleeves. Yeah, that's okay. I'll pick them up. I said I was tired, but those I'll stop and pick up. Yeah, so without doing a lot of research yet, I'm pretty sure that I can get between $200 and $225 on that. $75 to $225 in one afternoon, and you know, that's not a bad deal. So I will go ahead and get these boxed up for shipping tomorrow, and then I'll probably come back to you tomorrow morning and just kind of go over my 1 week details for you. Okay, talk to you then after I pick up. I will ship all my things after I just pick up all the pieces that I knocked on the floor. So initially I was thinking I was going to ship the sandals in just a padded flat rate, but they're going to Switzerland. He paid $30 for shipping. So I went ahead and just took a nice box, and I'm going to do an extra little paper wrap in there. Because they're going to go to Kentucky and then go on to Switzerland, and I want him to be nice when he gets them, because he spent $50 for the sandals and then $30 for shipping on that. Who would have thought? Sorry for the goofy faces, it's late and I'm tired. I'm going to show you how I packed up this Mindstorm Legos. So I had the robot and I laid him down on bubble wrap, and then I took air pockets and put it like between his legs and between his arms so that nothing will move around or get bent up in the shipping. And then I wrap that around with bubble wrap. And then I was going to put the air pockets back up on here, but I got them stuck to my tape gun there. So I was going to put some air pockets there and then take all these little bags, all the parts, and just lay it on there. Cover it with one more layer of air pockets, and then that will be ready to go. Just nice and neat. Alright, the air pockets are stuck to my tape, so I will let you go. You get the gist of this, but I just wanted to pack this up real nice too. Since he spent so much money on this, things I like to use is these Staples boxes, because as you can see, they've already got the perforations. I know it's not hard to resize a box, but even saving 10, 15 seconds, a minute, if you're doing several things a day like this, you know, every minute helps. And here's the thing, if you buy 5 of these at one time, you get them for half price. 5 of the same size, which is a little bit annoying when you're traveling, but I do like these boxes. So all you do is take your knife and just screw it down, and then they just fold at whatever level you want them to fold down into. I have ordered some big poly bags that I would probably ship these in another time, but for today, this is what I'm going to use. I'm just putting a little air pockets in the side. Now, another trick that I do, and I actually just sold another pair, and I'll show you those as well. The person, they were $79.99. He asked me if that was my best price. He asked a question first, and then he came back and said, is that your 100% firm price? And this is what I always say, if I don't have to ship it to you in the box, I'll go down X amount of dollars. So I went down $10 on that. I still was charging $12 shipping, so I'm still going to get, yeah, what did I just say? 70, it's $82 for those. And I'll be able to use a nice small box on those. I'll show you those in a minute because I'll have to add those to my sales for today. So one last thing I'm going to do as I'm shipping these shoes is to check the sizes just like they do in the store. So this is a 13 and this is a wide. And so I'm just going to check and make sure both 13 wide. 13 wide, because you know I have 4 or 5 pairs of these double wides, or 4E wides. So I could have easily gotten them mixed up when I was taking pictures or whatever, and I just want to make sure they're getting the right thing in the mail. So yeah, I'm going to check all the shoes before I ship them out. As you can see, it's the next day, and we are up in my beautiful, peaceful, clean sunroom. Oh, yeah. I brought all my eBay stuff up here to work while Paul was healing, so I could be close by. Yeah, it needs a little bit of cleaning. Sorry, trying to fix my phone here. Okay, so I have all the red boxes done, and I have these, like, these last 4 piles here. The orange boxes are the last of the Nikes to get listed. I still have maybe 20 other pairs of other. All those red boxes are actually like sandals, so I was glad to get those up. I'm still going to give you an update on this week. So this morning I got up and I had shipped last night I packed up for shipping all the things that I sold over the weekend, and that one I even sold last night. I got an email back or a message back from the buyer of that shoe that I sold last night, and I had told him I would take $10 off if he let me ship without the Nike box, and he bought them, and then he wrote me a note saying, you know, I don't mind any way you ship them, but please, you know, let them stay nice or whatever. So I actually took pictures of the box that I'm sending it in. I put it in a nice cardboard box, but here it is. Here's the thing. The way I could stack them in the small cardboard box was much smaller than putting the Nike box inside a box. So I sent him a picture back with the first shoe wrapped up in the Nike paper in the bottom, and then the other shoe wrapped up in bubble wrap on top of that. So I sent 2 or 3 pictures, and he wrote me back, thank you so much. So, you know, I relieved him that I wasn't sending it in some just piece of envelope, paper envelope or something, you know. So he was real happy with that. Hopefully I'll get a nice feedback when he gets them. Anyway, most of the toys and things I have listed already. I have one last batch of toys that I haven't listed yet. And then my normal Monday helper is in Hawaii this week. I'm kind of jealous. And so she won't be here this week, obviously. So I contacted another lady that helped me mostly the year before last at Christmas time. And she's got kids in school and likes that hours while her kids are at school. So she's going to come Tuesday and Thursday for 3 hours each day. And I'm going to have her help me bring all this back downstairs, get all my shoes back in numerical order, because they really got messed up with me taking them up and down and listing and all that. And just overall, I am going to go through every single item downstairs. It's either going on Amazon or going on eBay or Facebook Marketplace or getting donated. I'm not going to hold anything anymore. I have very, very few things left from Toys R Us. I went ahead and sent in actually a bunch of that Legos you see behind me on the Tuesday and Thursday show. I've been checking them all along and sending in a few here and there, and actually most of them were ready to go this week. So I sent out a good bit of that. I just really want to take this time to just do a good clean out. Okay, my arm was getting a little tired there. So the last thing will be tackling these clothes. So she's coming tomorrow and we'll start cleaning out and working on that kind of stuff. Then Wednesday I will list as much clothes as I can. And I got a really good idea from a listener. She told me about the big hanger, and she saw it on Rally Roots, and I watched that, and I will be making that for Thursday and see how that works out. I'm just going to see what I do with the white backdrop, if I just use a hanger on the wall. I don't know what I'm going to do exactly, but I need a quick system, and I just need to get those going. And I actually have somebody, if I take the pictures, I have somebody that's going to do the listings for me, so I don't even have to worry about the research and all that. So that'll be Wednesday's chore. So let's see how much I get, this momentum going. I haven't sold anything yet today. I got one question today, but I haven't listed any today. I've taken pictures all day, and I'll be listing some tonight. All right, so the very last thing I'm going to do, if I don't come back to you again before then, is, give you the numbers from this first week of getting my eBay store back up into shape. Okay, see you in a little bit. I finally got my numbers ready for you. I've used Auction Tracker, Easy Auction Tracker for the last couple years, but I purchased it earlier in the year and never really got it started. And when I went to use the link, it's expired or something, so I had to send him a note. Anyway, for this week, it's not going to be super specific. It's just the basic totals. I believe my math is right. Nothing's exact, so don't call me on it too hard. So this is from Monday the 15th to Sunday the 21st. I had 11 sales. I forgot to write this down, but I believe at this point I had 70 listings up by the end of the week. So I sold $535 worth of items. There was $54 in fees. I paid the lister $9. She listed the shoes. So the other items I actually listed myself. And then the cogs were $163, which left me a profit of $309. I know you're saying that shipping is missing, but here's the thing. I charged shipping on all those sales except the one little Lego set. Several of them I actually made a couple dollars on. And then a couple, there was one I had to ship to California that was $15, and I had only charged $12 for shipping on that. But I charged $12 for all the shoes, and most of them shipped around $8. So, I just left the shipping out for now because it was close to breaking even. Once I get my auction tracker fixed and learned how to do this from my computer, I'll have a little better costs and, profit for you. And you can tell it's late at night as usual, and I'm pretty tired, so rambling on here. But I wanted to give you the numbers so I could finally get this video up and get on to the next one. Okay, we'll see you soon. Thanks, everybody.